see that you chose a pup, a very reserved pup from the litter at the start of the blueprint.
Yeah.
What happens if I don't get the option of that pup, or none of the pups are displaying that behaviour?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and you also might be following the blueprint with an older dog too that you've had for a few years. So we actually have a lot of people following the blueprint with some of the more high maintenance breeds and some very intense individuals from those breeds. We have people following the blueprint with Drathars, you know, GSPs, wirehead pointers, Vizslers. If you look at Luke's dog River as an example, who's turned out really well. When Luke went and looked at that litter of pups, he told me that it was really trying to choose from 3 really intense pups, and there wasn't anything that really stood out as one pup being the calmest or the other. He said he got really slight indicators, but there was no real standout thing, and when he chose that pup and took it home and watched the blueprint, he sort of thought, do I have the right pup to be doing this with? And other people have older dogs that are quite high energy and full on, and then when they watch part 1 of the blueprint and how quiet and calm Print is, they're wondering, is this right? Is my dog right for big game indicating in the blueprint? And the fact of this is that I like choosing a nice calm dog, and I do encourage people to do that, and I think that is giving you the highest possible chance of having a dog that's really good to hunt over and easy to train. However, the training techniques in the deer dog training blueprint have been developed through training lots of different dogs, and they're actually set up to train any dog, right from a very calm, reserved dog right through to your highest level intensity dogs. I mean, what it all comes back down to is making each individual dog as good as that dog can be. So, and it comes back down to like the real fundamental principles and things like kenneling and working in a low distraction environment from the start, and setting your dog up for success and not putting your dog in a situation that it's not ready for, and all the hundreds of different things that we go over step by step in the blueprint. Whether you've got a really nice calm dog like Print or quite a full-on dog like River, and we have people with dogs that are more full-on than River following the blueprint. And people talk, we can talk about breed as well, so we could say, yeah, okay, I've done the blueprint with a heading dog such as Print, but then for months now, we've got testimonials from guys that we will be sharing with you, from guys that have been shooting deer over their dogs for months with breeds like the Dutch Drathar wirehead pointers, which are considered some of the more demanding breeds when it comes to training, and some trainers, expert dog trainers, professional dog trainers say that the Dutch Drathar is expert territory where you need to really know what you're doing to train it. Well, we've got guys with the blueprint that are training their first deer dog following the blueprint with Drathars hunting perfectly at 8 months of age. So, and these are all things that we haven't even had a chance to share yet, you know. So kenneling is hugely important, and that's something that we start right from day 1 in the deer dog training blueprint. And Luke's told me that he doesn't believe he'd be hunting over River now if he hadn't have been kenneling him properly in that first 6 months. And this all comes down to the way that dogs prioritise activities. If you have your dog running free and playing and doing all these things for hours and hours a day, and then you try to counter all that and train your dog in 10 or 15 minutes a day on a long line, that training and time with the handler, you, its owner, is a low priority activity. So it's just really important to get a dog set up properly in a kennel. Whether you do it right from a pup is great, or if you find yourself later on in life trying to retrain an older dog, you also need to sort that out. Get them set up in a kennel. And this also eliminates any issues with separation anxiety. We can easily just put our dog in a kennel and go out and it's fine and it's relaxed. We can bring them inside, put them in a crate, and they're fine and relaxed. And by the time our dogs are 11 months old or 12 months old, we can bring them inside and not put them in a kennel or crate, and they can just relax and they're calm. It's just really nice, calm, well-trained dogs to have around. All that rolls over very nicely into the bush. So it all works both ways. We need to get our dogs calm and relaxed around home, so they're calm and relaxed in the hills and good to hunt over. And it works the other way, as in if we get our dogs good to hunt over and well trained there, they are also nice and easy and calm back at home. So it's a win-win situation. So Rivers, you know, he's a Vizsla. They can be known for needing a bit more training or taking longer to mature or being high energy. And River is definitely an example of being a relatively high energy, you know, intense dog. But as you can see in our hunter episodes, he's hunting really well, and he was doing that from 11 months old. And he's just one example of many dogs that we've got from all breeds following the blueprint and it's working really well for them. Thanks for joining us in another Q&A. I hope that's answered a few questions. If you have any more, send them through to Big Game Indicating Dogs on Facebook and we'll do our best to answer them. I'll see you next time.